Sure. Here's a deeply emotional, cinematic-style story you could narrate for a 40-minute YouTube video written to grip viewers instantly, sustain attention with vivid emotion and pacing, and close with a powerful, inspiring message that makes them feel and remember. He was sitting in the snow with his daughter until she whispered, "You forgot me." If that line just gave you chills, don't scroll away. Because by the end of this story, you'll understand what those 4 words really meant. And I promise, you'll never look at a winter day the same way again. So stay till the end, and if this story moves you even a little, hit that like button and subscribe for more true, human stories that remind us how fragile and beautiful life can be. It began on a frozen morning in January. The town was quiet, white rooftops, cars buried beneath snowdrifts, and the air filled with that deep silence that only winter brings. Daniel sat on a park bench, his jacket zipped up to his neck, his breath forming little clouds in front of his face. Beside him sat Lily, his 6-year-old daughter, her small legs dangling, boots barely brushing the snow. She was laughing softly, her cheeks rosy, her little mitten hands clutching a paper cup of hot chocolate. To anyone passing by, they looked like a perfect picture of father and daughter enjoying the first snowfall together. But inside Daniel, something was broken. You could see it in his eyes if you looked close enough, that heavy, hollow kind of sadness that never really leaves, because a year ago, on this very same day, Daniel lost his wife, Emily, in a car accident. And since then, nothing had felt real. That he went through the motions, work, meals, bedtime stories, but it was as if he were sleepwalking through life. Lily had become his only light. Every smile she gave him was a reason to keep breathing. Every laugh was an anchor pulling him back from the edge. That morning, they'd gone out to build a snowman, something Emily used to love. They rolled the snowballs, stacked them, found little stones for eyes and twigs for arms. Daniel even tried to smile for her, to pretend things were okay. But when Lily started humming the lullaby her mother used to sing, his chest tightened until he couldn't breathe. He looked away, pretending to adjust the scarf around the snowman's neck. "Daddy," she said, "Mommy would like him, right?" He nodded, unable to speak. They sat down on the bench, watching the world disappear into a soft white blur. For a moment, time slowed. The snowflakes fell between them like tiny pieces of memory. That's when Lily leaned her head on his shoulder and whispered, "Daddy, you forgot me." At first, Daniel froze. He thought she meant he forgot something small, her gloves, maybe, or her toy. But when he looked at her, he saw tears glistening in her eyes. "You forgot me," she repeated, her voice trembling. "You think about Mommy all the time. You're sad all the time. You don't see me anymore." Her words hit him harder than any storm ever could. Daniel felt something break open inside him. All this time, he thought he was holding it together for her, but in his grief, he'd become a shadow. He'd been there physically, yes, but not present. He'd missed her drawings, her laughter, the way she'd tried to make him smile. He took her tiny hands in his eyes filling. "Oh, Lily," he whispered. "I could never forget you. You're the only thing keeping me alive." "But you don't look at me anymore," she said. "You look through me. Like I'm not really here." Daniel pulled her close, hugging her tight against his chest, feeling her heartbeat against his. "I'm so sorry," he murmured. "I've been lost. I thought I was doing what's best, but I was hiding. I don't want to hide anymore." The snow fell harder now, covering their footprints, their snowman, the world around them. But something inside Daniel began to thaw. He stood up, lifting Lily in his arms. "Let's go home," he said. "Let's make Mommy's favorite cookies. And tonight, we'll tell her stories. All the funny ones. I want to remember her with you, not through the pain, but through the love." Lily smiled, a small, pure, healing smile that night, as they baked cookies and told stories. Daniel laughed for the first time in a year. It wasn't loud or forced, it was soft, real, the kind that comes from somewhere deep inside. For the first time, he understood that remembering someone doesn't mean living in their absence. It means carrying their love forward through the people still here months past. The snow melted. Spring came. Daniel started painting again, something he hadn't done since college. He painted the park bench, the snowman, and Lily's little red coat standing out against the white world. When he finished, he hung it in their living room with a small note underneath, for Emily. For Lily. For what we lost and what we found again. Sometimes, he'd sit by that painting at night, thinking about the words that changed everything. You forgot me. It wasn't an accusation, it was a wake-up call. A reminder that life keeps asking us to show up, even when it hurts, and maybe that's what love really is. Not the perfect moments, but the ones where we decide to stay, even when it's hard. If you're watching this right now and you've lost someone, remember this: grief doesn't mean forgetting the living. You can miss the ones who are gone and still love the ones who remain. You can carry pain and hope in the same heart, because healing doesn't mean moving on, it means moving with them, step by step, until the snow begins to melt again. And if this story touched you even a little, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a reminder that it's okay to keep going. Because sometimes, one small story can make someone feel seen again. Would you like me to adapt this story into a YouTube script format, with narrator cues, pacing notes, and emotional tone changes, to match a 40-minute runtime with voice and background music timing? That would make it perfect for uploading as a narrated video.